Hello, we are live again in my showbiz voice. And today, ruined it already. Today, I am with Kirsten, a friend and coach. And we're going to be talking about superpowers, but I really want to let her do the talking for herself. So, Kirsten, over to you. Who are you? What do you do? And what are your superpowers?
Who am I? Where do I come from?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, good to see you, Kate Dodd. I have to call you Kate Dodd. Obviously, that's
Kate
the
Dodd.
law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kate Dodd. So I'm Kirsten. I'm based in Derbyshire. I am a coach for female senior leaders. So I work with lots of senior leaders from lots of different fields, but I've sort of kind of changing my offer a little bit, where I've had years of experience in primary schools, in education, and in universities as well. So I'm sort of pivoting a little bit into senior leaders within education. So a few more chaps have joined my sort of network, and I help people just if they've got any kind of issues or problems. So it's like a bit of a sounding board. So I'm that encourager. People come to me with a whole range of different problems. Usually it involves time, it involves workload. Often people are on the road to burnout, but they kind of can't really stop the ride. So it's often just trying to help people with boundaries and things like that, so that they can try and recognise some different signs to try and claw back a bit of time and a bit of time for themselves as well. So within, because obviously education, there's just so many sort of rules and compliance rules, monitoring, like Ofsted. There's lots of areas within the job that just cannot move. So it's like helping leaders to understand how to maximise their energy so that they can then perform at their best for their staff and the parents. So that's kind of it in a nutshell, really. Yeah.
So that is that little pivot. Does that see you? Does that see you do more directive stuff, more mentorship stuff, as well as just open coaching and hearing?
Yes. It's because I've been there, I've done that. So I was a primary school teacher for 20 years, nearly 20 years, in leadership as well. So I've had direct experience of, lived experience of burnout. So getting to that point of, just being on the verge. I wasn't signed off sick, but it was very close. I was very much in that sort of headspace of, I'm fine. No, I'm all right. There's no problem here. I don't need to ask for help. I can't ask for help because I've got to do my job and I've got to.
It looks weak, doesn't it? Looks weak.
Yeah. And also, and when you're in the midst of it, that's what I find with a lot of my clients is they can't always tell me that they are in that place, that hard place. But obviously, as we start to do some work around the problems that they might have, so the boundaries or the energy, clawing back some time for them and some space, and knowing that they've got me in their corner in that kind of non-judgmental space, people will start to open up and try new things, realize often in, like I'm sure you'll find with your work, often in one session they'll just be, I love that, because they'll just suddenly go, oh, like, what have you done to me? And I'm like, I haven't done anything. I've just given you space and time to, chat and figure out what's going on. And that, for every single client, has always said they've never regretted coming or putting the effort in. And it's hard work, isn't it? When you're the client, when you're being coached, it's
sweating.
It can be, it's draining, but obviously that's the growth and the magic of it comes out during and after, because the movement then to kind of the transformation, and it's not a cliche, it's actually genuinely life-changing, isn't it?
Cliches are around because they're true.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They're overused because it's the thing that happens so much repeatedly, right? So that's fantastic. And do you see more women or men or mix?
So initially it was more women, but again, I don't like to sort of just be like, well, I'm just working with women. Initially, I was drawn to, I felt like that was my client. I needed to kind of champion and campaign for that woman who was juggling everything, workload, pulled in all different directions. But I think, because I'm now working with schools and being referred into schools, then sometimes, it's in the multi-academy trust where you have that kind of CEO, executive CEO, and then there's other head teachers underneath looking after each individual school. Sometimes, there's a mix of men and women. So it's kind of a bit of both, really. Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think? I know you've talked to me about this a little bit in the past, and I do agree, but I want you to tell, what do you think if you had to list one superpower for you, what do you think that would be?
This is partly an insight into my brain, because I'm always like, maybe it's this today, or it's that, or it's something else today. So
you've got so many, like, I know that's true, but go on, pick one.
But today, I think mine would be a real deep listener. So I'm very, and listen. We think we're good at listening, and actually, when you learn to be a coach, there's sort of like surface level listening, and then there's like proper listening where you like absolute 100% focus on the person that's talking, not interrupting, leaving that space for the person to sit. Because I don't mind an uncomfortable silence. What uncomfortable? It's not uncomfortable silence, but space for silence. But that's kind of a newish skill since being a coach. I thought, I'm a good listener from, back in the day, pre-coaching times. But actually, I think, there's that skill of just, when you've met a good coach, because they will just be like, okay, and wait. And that is amazing, isn't it? That power of just like, to let people say what they need to say and percolate in whatever thoughts or feelings are coming up. And often then the resolution for them is often there, but they just need a bit of time to kind of get there.
That bit of coaching cracked me up, actually, because this so resonates with me, because I thought I was an amazing listener, and I thought that meant going yeah, and really being involved in the conversation. And when you learn about level 1, level 2, level 3 listening, and the fact that you're not meant to be thinking about anything that goes on in your head while somebody else is talking, cracked me up, because I thought I was the best listener ever.
There's such a shift, because again, just for people to think about, when you're listening, are you thinking about what you want to say next, or you're putting your opinion in, or it might not even be your opinion, but just kind of an acknowledgement of, I agree with that. And as a coach, it's really hard, isn't it? You've got to like not give any of your internal thinking, which is really hard. If you just test it out a little bit, it's super, super hard. And of course, as a coach, you've got all of this going on, and you've got to be quite serene and calm and grounding, and sometimes inside we're like, we can't show it.
My husband, when I came off of the days of those bits of training, and if he sees this all by himself, my husband was like, what's going on with you? What's happened? What's wrong with you?
Just shell of a woman.
I'm just like that. He was like, I don't like it. Whatever it is, I don't like it.
I have to say to my husband, like, do you want me to be coaching Kirsten now, or because I'll be a different sort of person? He's like, just for you. I'm like, I know, but
never say yes to that.
Do you want me to coach you or not? Because I've got some coaching stance, sort of, coaching style things that I can come in on.
Oh my God. I love that. I love
tell me you're a coach without telling you're a coach.
Yeah, right. And also that we all started using the word space loads more.
Yes.
Who used that before we were coaching? No one.
Yeah, it's true, isn't
Love
it?
Yeah. You do need space. You do need to sit in silence. And I've been in sales before, so I was pretty good at the silences. So I was like,
yeah. Over to you.
Over to you. That's the price, sunshine. I never got the sales, by the way. So, but that whole not thinking about what you're going to say and being okay with when it's your turn to go, let me think about that, because I don't have an answer really, because I was actually listening to what you're saying. So let me process what you've said.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I have got an answer. Yeah. Great. That whole thing. I wish I'd had that like little bit more back in the day in my
Yes,
corporate world.
absolutely. Yeah.
I think it would have been even more useful. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it was amazing then, but
Well, of course,
everyone
yeah.
piles in now, goes, no, you weren't.
Yeah.
But that would have been so useful. So yeah, I do think that is probably the number one.
And what about you? What would be your superpower, do you think?
Oh, do you know what I do? I think I've got two. And for my clients, so I help women who are, I want to say struggling is such a word, but struggling with or stuck with defining decisions or direction choices. So I call myself a decision point coach, if you like. And that can be anything: work, relationship, life, whatever, job, business, whatever. And it is, my front door is women, but I do coach men as well that know me from previous lives and have been referred and things like that. But so mine is seeing when immediately, session one, when someone isn't there with the problem they think they've brought. Immediately. And it's 20 minutes in and I say, but what about this? And they go, oh.
Love that.
What the shit's, like, it's just like, not an aha moment, I call it the oh moment, And it's almost, they're almost annoyed. Yeah. I love that.
Love it, yeah.
And then, so a big part of what I do is accountability. So it's almost like they're rah. And so I close a loop. And that's what I call it. They want to do something, they're talking about it. I'm like, well, we're doing it. You've said X. What can you do for that? What are your actions? Sounds very like, what are your actions? But you need an outcome, right? Why have you come to me? You want an outcome. And so we take that outcome and I help make it happen. And I do a lot of in-between session support. I like a WhatsApp, I like a voice note from people, and that's baked in. But yeah, the spotting where it isn't the thing is my favourite.
It's like the tip of the iceberg, isn't it? And again, because I think that's the other thing with coaching is that we're a whole being, a whole person with all our baggage and all our experiences and where we want to go or what we think we should be doing and expectations and identity and all of that is just part of it, isn't it? So then, which is the beauty of, for me, the beauty of people is like, I mean, I only do one-to-one coaching at the moment and possibly going to be doing kind of workshops and things in the future. But at the moment, I really enjoy the one-to-one. And so you can really get very in tune with what somebody thinks they're coming for and actually what it then suddenly details. And you're like, but that's good because, again, people have this pressure on them. They put pressure on themselves, don't they, for sort of, well, I have to have everything sorted. Why? You can do what you want. It's your life. You've got agency.
And it's bloody short as well, right?
Yes. And you don't know what's going to happen. So, like, why are you miserable? It's all about, energy and all of that. It's like, and obviously, I caveat like with there's bills to pay and there's reality. Of course, you can't just do what you want when you want. There's responsibilities. But within that, it's like, well, if you want to try something or do, in your spare time or it shouldn't all just be work, which for me, my client group, it's very much everything is work. It just dominates and it's not always the best. And I think as a profession, education, it's very much like that, where it's, well, that's just the way it is. You're like, well, shouldn't be though, probably. Like,
it's so much under the microscope, isn't it? Like, I think, I mean, I can't personally, this sounds going to sound really bad. I can't think of anything worse than being a teacher in today's environment. I mean, I've not had any experience with it at all. But people that go, oh, you teach, you finish work at 3:30 and all that. But like, oh my God, there's all the prep, all the exams, all the vigilance, all the diligence, all of the regulation. And that's outside of the day where you're looking after the kids.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's that sort of idea of social worker and nurse and doctor and ed psych and there's all these other bolt-ons that teacher should be number one, and it isn't because of we could have a whole nother LinkedIn about society and you know, everything else that's kind of going on. But it's very much this, which is why I think I am so passionate about being there for that person, the head or the, you know, the deputy head, who is giving everything and they still feel like they're not doing a good job. And it's like, you're doing a bloody amazing job. Like, you know, celebrate that, but also perspective and, you know, where is your energy going, and, you know, that kind of thing, really, because it's such an emotional job, like a lot of jobs are, you know, and it's just trying to, you have got to work within a framework that just doesn't move, but also trying to be, sort of work within it and make it more kind of treat things as like an experiment, or, you know, trying things out. And because that's that confidence piece, isn't it? I don't know if your ladies find this, that sometimes the confidence is there of maybe being a woman and, you know, having that conditioning from when we were younger, going through life.
Yeah, I do think that like I have a lot of fintech clients, because that's where I was from, so I've got a lot of people there, and but other broadly as well. But you might be well paid, for example, but you still think in that very linear or narrow way of, this is how I have to make my money and this is what I've got to do. Well, actually, you don't. You don't. You've got to meet your responsibilities, like you said, but removing those constraints and thinking about what would you do if they weren't there, and then how do we work to get to that? That's a lot of what I do. It's the whole well-formed outcome statement. What would you do if you really could do anything? And then, okay, well, why can't you?
Yeah. What's stopping you? Yeah.
Right. And they're like, oh,
yeah.
Well, if all you need to do is earn money and do X and do Y, let's do it.
Yeah. So
what is really empowering? Yeah.
And
that's where we end up a lot of the time. You know, people will come to me and say, I want to do X, Y, Z. I'm like, oh, do you? And they're like, oh, no. I want to go and open a pony trekking business in the Lake District, as it goes. Oh,
brilliant.
Right. So can we do that first, or is there an interim jump I need to help you with to get to that point so you've got enough money so the next jump is there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And talking to people, I don't know if you find this is going to come across really gauche now, but talking to people, getting paid for it and helping people, like, who knew?
Right. But this links back to the superpowers, doesn't it? Of sort of, it's not for everyone. And when I talk to people about coaching, number one, they sometimes say, well, what is it? I'm like, okay.
Right, yeah. Why should I pay someone to tell me stuff? Like, okay, don't then.
Yeah. It's not therapy, but so it's that thing of knowing kind of what your superpower is and what you want to, me personally, it's what I want to give to society. I know that sounds a bit, but it is like, from the teaching aspect, that's what I love doing. I loved sort of caring for, looking after, having fun with the little kids, and, you know, kind of just and supporting the families through various diagnoses, like autistic diagnoses. And when they were like, what is this? It's okay, right, we're going to get through this, supportive partnering. Amazing. You know, like, you'd be great, because I've done it before, because they'd obviously be, you know, what is going on? That's okay, right, don't, you know, we've got this, these are the steps. No, you can't, let's not have somebody saying that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. So just having somebody there is like, in my mind, I've got a picture of me and a client, and we're walking side by side, and that to me is coaching. For me is that partnering. So it's that knowing, well, I feel like I've got that to offer people, and people enjoy that part of me, and it is a transaction, but it's also, people are coming with a problem, and we're able to support them and help them to kind of move past the problem, and often solve it, or then there'll be another problem and they might come back to us and say, right, okay, well, I need your help again. Is that brilliant? Let's do it. And so I think that's in coaching, it's so positive, isn't it? Which is wonderful. It's that forward movement, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. And it's revelation, really. I thought I knew what coaching was, and then starting a business and actually having to work in that business and do all the things that you have to do, plus do the delivery and everything, it can be a bit overwhelming, but never been happier.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And what do you love about having your own business? Do you think that you're like, yeah, this is amazing?
It's a double-edged sword. Flexibility. Sometimes it could be a little bit flexible, can't it? Like, we don't want to do anything that day, you don't, but then the next day you might feel a little bit of the whole, you know. But the joy of someone saying yes to you, amazing, because it is about you and about what you bring. Although on the flip side, I don't feel bad when someone doesn't want it.
Yes.
Because there's enough for everybody. There's so many different types of coaches, so many different types of client. Yeah, that flexibility and that whole, oh my God, I'm doing something that really matters to me, sort of cheese.
Yeah, no, it's great. I know it's like, it is just sort of, because I do believe that we're all on this earth for something, you know, and it's finding what aligns with you. And my God, I've been in places where I'm like, this just doesn't feel good. Like, what is going on? And because I've been through that, you can draw on that. And that's the empathy of like when a client comes to me and I can be like, look, it's okay. You're safe. There's no judgment. I know what you're going through. You can't say that in coaching because obviously you're not allowed to bring in your opinion, but you know, there's almost like a nodding kind of, I've got it.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, you know, it is appropriate to step out of that, isn't it? And go, look, love, I hear you. I'm back in the room now.
Yeah. Just so, yeah. It's true, isn't it? Yeah.
Fab.
Yeah.
Fab. Well, it's been a slice of heaven as always. I could talk all day to you, and I'm sure we'll do some more of these. But look, thank you so much, Kirsten,
thank you.
Bringing your wisdom to this.
It's been a joy.
Speak soon.
Joy. Yeah. Chat. See you later.
Bye.